What's up, guys? Tim Hanstein here, and
Antonio de Souza.
so we're here at EFHQ giving you a quick peek at the it's a first look at the ARF and RXR versions of the new 84-inch V2 Turbo Bushmaster. So, what do you think, man? First impressions?
Well, obviously we're really familiar with the 84 Bushmasters for quite some time now, but I think it's the icing on the cake with the changes that this one has.
Oh,
It's
dude. I mean,
pretty
it's
good.
such a proven platform. We've had it
Yep.
out in the line for about 9 years now. And when we did the CNC revision a couple years ago, it fixed a couple things, but it just wasn't quite right.
Yep.
So now that we've had an opportunity to really go through and adjust some major changes on here that we'll go in depth on, really has just made good even better. So. In a nutshell, we do have the receiver ready version here, and we also have the ARF. I think we'll start with the ARF.
Yes.
Most noticeable is the awesome new scheme, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we've got this orange scheme that worked out pretty good. We found an inspiration in the full scale that we liked, and Ben did his masterwork and put it all together onto the 84-inch V2 for us you see today. Looking at it, there's a lot of updates that we've kind of standardized. If you look at it, the hinges are glued and sealed, which saves a ton of time. So between that there on the ailerons, you're also going to see that on the elevators. On the rudder, they are glued, but they are not sealed because it's not necessary because it's not a lifting surface or anything like that. There's really a lot done. I guess we'll just cut to the chase and just show you the most notable thing that you can see is a new tail construction on that. We kind of talked about it, and it's funny when we were developing the Chipmunk, which you'll find out more about later. We're trying to figure out how do we maintain the shape, but also give it the fit feature that that we like out of the 67s on the on the new 49s and everything else, and we're able to kind of chop that off and make it work. And as you can see, it's keyed. So with that, you can actually slot it in place. It sucks right in there. It's perfect alignment. No more the days of forwards, backwards, or up or down or anything like that. It actually works out just fine. So that's the biggest change once that's slid into place. Actually, you want to dry fit it real quick, kind of
Sure.
show them what it looks like?
Let's do it. Yeah. For the guys that are used to the 60-inch, 67-inch, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You've seen this before. You push it in place so it's all the way towards the front. I think about that is
Yep.
right.
Yep.
And then you come in with the tail cone piece and you snap it exactly in place.
Yeah. All right. So we've got that slotted in place, and you can kind of see it gives that whole look, and that way you can put the verticals in place, and it's going to be just fine. Also on this one, you've got the removable rudder, which will go in through the carbon post there. And for the guys that need to remove it, you've got the quick locking feature, so that way they can remove the vertical, make it a little bit more compact for transportation. So
Yes, and one of the main changes that make it removable is that now it doesn't exactly have a pull rudder, so the servo is
oh,
inside
thank
of
God.
the rudder. So it makes it much easier for the assembly part and also for transportation if you ever need to remove it on maybe you're packing a lot for an event.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, and the other thing too is with the pull, it wasn't terrible for the guys that were comfortable with it, but for a lot of new modelers that wanted a plane that, needed it, it was kind of a pain in the butt to get just right. And it really
mhm.
was, a less than ideal thing. So of course we've engineered that out. It does mean there's an additional servo in here as well as one driving the tail wheel, but it makes for a much easier time when you're putting the whole thing together. So a couple more things to notice on this as well too. You've got all the standard hardware. You've got the gear cuffs, a carbon fiber gear and tail wheel, the struts. Simple. We did this on the CNC version where it will mount and then it'll go to the fuse and you'll be able to leave that on, fold that flat, put it in the bag. And then, of course, all the extra features here. Are they necessary? No, but they look cool and the holes are opened up for it, so they're easy to just pop in place and glue. Again, the standard hardware pack that you've got here, the high-end hardware. We've got the previous versions were a little bit lighter weight. We've actually gone to the heavy-duty hardware, the same as we have on the 67s, because we want to work and stay working. The standard foam wheels on that. You'll have the exhaust stacks, and of course, the painted to match 63 millimeter Cyclone spinner. You've got the same basic design for the cowl, with the recesses for the stacks to go on. And that's that in a nutshell. You're going to see the sticker package that's been updated and included. These are pre-cut, so no more headache from that. We're trying to, again, standardize a lot of these things and then some spare covering. So on the fuselage, we'll go through a quick run through on that as well.
Sure. So, well, if you're familiar with the CNC, basically there is a removable windshield that makes it quite a bit easier for the changing of packs
Oh,
and
yeah.
obviously for the assembly process.
Oh, yeah.
So, pretty good access to the battery there in the front. And then also there is the top plate that gives you access to the receiver. The latches over here, these CNC latches that are
Yeah, for the quick
included.
lots. Yeah.
And this one has obviously, revisions for little things. The servo for the tail wheel is inside, so there is a large rod that goes all the way to the back to the tail wheel. And yeah.
Yeah, so that's similar to what we had on the previous versions. Again, the biggest difference is there is a rudder servo driving the rudder. This one is going to be exclusively for the tail wheel itself. What you'll notice is there's now MPX locations on there for doing your servo harnesses if you want to do the dual harnesses to make life a little bit easier. Also, internals include, you can see a lot more of the G10 and carbon reinforcing the motor, the landing gear block in there for the guys who are going to stuff their landings, doing some stall stuff. Not if, but when it happens. And then, of course, everything is set up. We've got this one set up to go with the T-Motor AM600, as well as a couple of the popular Scorpion plug-and-play setups we're going to be recommending as well. I believe it's a 4220 combo, but more on that later. Again, everything is blind nutted, so there's no guessing. Everything's pre-drilled, so it aligns if you're using the recommended components. And in a nutshell, that's the new orange scheme on the ARF. Okay, so on this table, we are looking at the receiver-ready version of the 84-inch Turbo Bushmaster V2. This one has the same features as what we showed you on the ARF over there. The difference is our factory's already put everything in place.
Yep.
So Ben did a little teaser on his. We had him go over it and do one in his basement in the Ben lab. And in less than an hour and a half, he was box to sky ready with his Bushmaster. So again, it's, there's a couple things you still have to install because unfortunately, with the fences and everything like that, they are kind of fragile in transport. They're highly likely, highly likely to break inside the bag. So they're easy. They're keyed, so they snap in place, or they kind of lock in, and then it's a drop of CA, and then they're good to go. Same thing. You'll have to install the elevator as well. But other than that, it's bolting on landing gear, getting the axles in place, and it's good to go. Let's see, what do we have under the hood?
So that has in a T-Hobby AM600. It's the recommended package that we've had for the past couple of years now for the Bushmaster, and obviously the other 60-inch unlimited 3D aircraft.
Let's see.
AM116 ESC already pre-ran, pre-wired. Matter of fact, I'll actually take this windshield off so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. Everything is installed, motor, ESC. Obviously, we always recommend to, double checking bolts, make sure everything is tight how it should be. The location for the battery has already Velcro strap inside. All of the wires are mostly ran over to the middle. You'll see that the servo for the tail wheel is installed also. And for the fuselage, that's about it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's pretty
quick thing to
good.
note. So again, the T-Motor, T-Hobby power system's already pre-installed. The motor is there, the speed controller is in place. You will see there's two wires on here. In case you don't know, this red, white, black one is the throttle one. The secondary one is for a BEC that'll go into any open port on the receiver, so that way you can have additional power to make sure that you don't have any sort of brownouts or fades if you draw a bunch of amps while you're out there tearing it up a little bit. So again, that is the tail wheel servo. This is the extension that goes all the way to the pre-installed elevator servo. And again, you have the option to add the 2-wire MPX wires in there to do the quick installation. Otherwise, the receiver ready does come with all of the extensions that you're going to need. So again, you've got the 16 by 8T Hobby carbon prop that comes with it, 63 millimeter Cyclone spinner, all the hardware, the spares that come with the T Hobby stuff. And then back here, it's going to be the same installation where you're going to lock that in place. You're going to put the cone in place. It's a quick install. You can use epoxy. You can use the different CAs. Just depends on what you're comfortable working with and amount of time. On the wings, what do we have?
Obviously, for the servo choice, what we've been running for quite some time now is the Theta THM 989s. It's recommended for the 60-inch, 67-inch. Incredible servo that has very good performance. We've really liked them for the past couple years running them. As you can see, they are pre-installed onto the tail for the elevator, inside of the rudder for the rudder servo, pre-linked, ready to go. And as we mentioned previously, that is the new design of the rudder servo location that is inside of the rudder. And for the wings, Pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, two servos, one for the flaps, one for the ailerons. Everything is pre-hinged, just like the ARF is. And something to note: when it comes to the features of the airframe in itself, there is no difference between an ARF and a receiver ready. That's a question that I do get sometimes. If there's any difference, and there is not. It is the same exact thing. Matter of fact, at the factory, the assembly is the same of the airframe. They literally just take some from ARF to put it together as a receiver ready, and that is it. Same hardware, same airframe, same flight characteristics, same performance, as long as you're running the recommended items. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. So, kind of in review, this is the '84 Bushmaster V2. It does have the same proven aerodynamic package. Now that we're adding the orange to it, this is now 4 color schemes available. We're running with them all. We didn't, we couldn't decide which one we were going to cut because they all look so great. So we're running all 4. We have the red, we have the white, we have the camo, which is awesome, and then now the new orange. All of these will have floats available for them. I believe we got the first 3 sets of floats coming on one of the next containers, and then the orange one will follow later on in the summer. This is built around the Hobby T-Motor AM600 power package or the Scorpion 4220 plug-and-play setup. We're using 7 of the mini servos since we are separated the rudder and the tail wheel steering, and then also 7 1.25 arms. There's no longer a 3-inch lightweight double arm required. So changes include the removable rudder. Just like the CNC, we've got the removable windscreen. We've got the the quick attachment struts, and of course the locking stab setup. So there's a lot of cool changes on this. We're really excited about what we have here. Now that we've done the quick, you got anything else for them?
I think that's about it.
All right, it's time to get back to work. We're going to slam these together so we can finish up the assembly manuals, as we are expecting these to deliver in the next week here. We may be here, we may not be here. We're off to Nats. It'll be a pretty cool time. But other than that, we will get this rolling so we can have all the documentation, data sheets, manuals, and everything necessary to support it for the global release. So once again, Tim Hanstein, Antonio de Souza. Yeah, we're doing our thing here with the 84-inch Turbo Bushmaster V2s. Over and out.
See ya.